Hi everyone, I'm really happy to be back with this video, and I haven't had the opportunity to make any videos recently because I just moved house with my partner, and it's been the second time in 5 months that we're moving. So yes, there's a lot going on, there's a lot of movement going on right now, including in my personal life. But I really wanted to take the time to make this video today because today is the full moon in Aquarius, and a lot is happening today around the globe. So Aquarius is of course the sign of freedom, and today a lot of people, in a lot of cities in France, as you know, France is trying to pass some laws concerning the health passports that are very extreme. But all over the globe there are people really marching in the streets and starting to say no to this whole situation. So people are really gathering and people are really waking up, and it's really amazing to feel this energy of finally, people taking back their freedom and their sovereignty. I also wanted to talk about the jab because a lot of people asked me what my opinion was to get it or to not get it. So first of all, I really wanted to say that it's not my role to say what you should do. It's not my role to say what is good and what is bad for you, because that's a very personal choice, and everyone should be free to do and to make their own choice regarding this particular subject. So I will not interfere with that, but I do of course have an opinion, and my opinion is that I really believe in the power of spirit over body. And I am a living example of that, because when I was a child and when I was younger, I was sick all the time. I had a chronic infection, and every time I was in contact with some virus or whatever, I would always catch something. I was always sick. Until I had my spiritual awakening and I started working on myself, and especially on my emotions. And gradually, not only did I, erase all the symptoms I had, but it's been like over 10 years now that I'm never sick. I didn't take one medication in 10 years. And I am a living proof that when you take care of your body and when you work in a holistic way on your emotions, on psychological side of things, then you are able really to build a very strong immune system. Because today, even during winter time, when I'm in contact with people who are sick, who are, have the flu or whatever, I just never get sick. So I really believe in the power of spirit over body, and so that's my opinion on that. What I wanted also to add is that I really believe in the freedom of choice for everyone, and also in our own sovereignty. So everyone has the choice to do what they want with their bodies. And it is not something that is to be overlooked, because it is a medical act. And what surprises me is that I also see a lot of, advertising for this jab, and almost like it's, they're advertising the new trendy soda or whatever. And what I wanted to just to say about that is just that it's a medical act, so whatever your choice is, just be informed and inform yourself sufficiently before you take this or that decision. What I'm also noticing right now is that there is this kind of merging of timelines with the Second World War period, and that's not a coincidence that you see a lot of people talking about it and making this parallel between what we are experiencing now and what was then. Notably concerning what laws were applied to Jewish people during that time, that they weren't allowed to go to public places, etc. That's what they're trying to do right now with people who don't get the jab, for example. And of course you could feel offended by people who make this parallel, but I'm going to say it's totally normal, because on a quantum level there is a kind of merging of the timelines. So the timeline of this the Second World War period and what we are experiencing right now are merging together, and it's almost like we are living the same energies, but in a way that is much more sped up. So it's not like we're going to relive exactly what happened then, but we can really see similarities in the energies. And this is really in order for us to transcend also these timelines, to transcend this energy, and to really bring, forth this new energy of the ascension timelines. And I'm just going to share a little piece of my personal history on that matter, because my two grandparents, they were in the Resistance in France during the Second World War. Actually, they met while they were in the Resistance, and they also fell in love. And so I'm just a grandchild of the Resistance in a way. It's really embedded into my DNA. And unfortunately, my grandfather was deported to Mauthausen, and he was Jewish. Fortunately, they never knew he was Jewish, so he never went to Auschwitz. But when he came back, of course, he was very thin and ill. So it really, challenged the whole family. And I would grow up, just listening to the stories that my grandparents told me. My grandfather would say that my grandmother was very courageous, and that she would, cross bridges where there were German barricades, and with her pockets full of Resistance leaflets, and she would just go, and because she had this conviction and this strength inside her. So I'm very, in admiration in front of that. And today, while I was meditating, I could really feel their presence, because they're not with us anymore. But something really told me, go find the strength in your ancestors. And what is happening right now, even though there is this parallel between what we're experiencing now and what was experienced then, the major difference is that during the Second World War and the Resistance, they were just a very small minority. And today, there are thousands upon thousands of people who are in the Resistance. There are thousands upon thousands of people who are waking up, who are saying no. And I think today, particularly, there will be a lot of demonstrations around the world, around the globe, and people are really taking back their freedom and their sovereignty. And I'm just so happy to see that happening right now. When we fight life, when we destroy life, when we try to, like these people who are trying to destroy the planet, to destroy humans, to destroy social life, this means that they're already dead inside. These people are already dead inside. And they try to grab us, into their death. But what they don't realize is that we have this life force within us. We have this life circulating within us, and we want to live. And this is why you can really feel that these people, they are tremendously suffering, and they are trying to to grab on to the last things that they can do. So this is why this is becoming very extreme measures, etc., because they know that they are losing control. They know that they no longer have the strength and the power that they thought they would have. And this is where there's this next step to take, this next level to go to, and that's also the Christ path, the Christ consciousness path, which is to find compassion for these people, because these people, they are suffering, and as I said, they're already dead inside. This is also why they are so obsessed about physical immortality, because they cannot find the life inside anymore. They are cut out from, the life force of the cosmic world. And I know there's a lot of division right now. There's a lot of division on these subjects within families, within friends, couples, etc. And what I wanted to say is that there's a difference between division and divergence of opinion. Division really, relates more to separation and opposition. And divergence of opinion calls for more tolerance, more respect, and in the end it leads to freedom of opinion and also plurality of opinion, which is very important. Everyone has the right to have his own opinion and his own choices, so this is also something that we can integrate within our circles, so we might also learn how to debate but not confront each other necessarily on certain subjects. And in the end, we also need this contrast in order to evolve, because without contrast there's no evolution. So we can really say thank you to all these actors that are, setting the scene for this contrast in the end, because what is happening through this perceived division is that it's going to lead to more unity in the end. Just as the shadow, works for the light, division actually works for unity. So we are really experiencing this huge, massive shift in consciousness, the most important shift in consciousness on this planet that ever occurred. And that's really thanks to this contrast. And as I said in my last video, there was this really split of two different physical realities that is very clear. But this is really the necessary contrast in order for us to all together start creating, co-creating, building this new reality all together, and just assisting humanity now in this huge awakening. Sat Nam. See you soon.